Good morning, readers.
Good morning.
Today we are going to be learning how to determine the theme of a story. I created this anchor chart for us so we can use it while we're going through the lesson. The theme is the message or the lesson that the author wants you to take away from the story. So it's the central message. We can think about that as the big idea. Okay? And when good readers are trying to determine the theme of the story, they ask themselves some questions about the story. Okay, and I wrote those questions here to help us. So you ask yourself, what is the problem? Think about the problem in the story. What does the character do about the problem? Think about how the character solved the problem. And then what does the character learn from the story? By asking yourself all of these questions, you will be able to determine the theme of the story. So we're going to practice doing that together today, okay? We're going to use this book that I know you're all familiar with, right? Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. Raise your hand if you've heard this story before. Good. We're going to use this story to practice asking these questions to find the theme. So I'm going to ask my first question. What is the problem in Green Eggs and Ham? I'm going to think about that. Sam's friend doesn't want to eat green eggs and ham. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He does not want to try the green eggs and ham. So that's the problem. What does the character do about the problem? Well, I know in the story that he tries to get Sam to go away and stop bothering him because he really doesn't want to try the green eggs and ham. But I know he tries to solve the problem because he finally says, fine, I'll try green eggs and ham, because he wants his friend to leave him alone, right? So what does the character learn from trying those green eggs and ham? And he learns that he actually likes green eggs and ham in the end, right? Because on the very end of the story, he says, I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam I am. So, by asking all of these questions in the story, what do you think the author wants us to learn from this story? What is the message or lesson? Think about the big idea that goes beyond the story. I want you to turn and talk to your partner and see if you can come up with the theme, and then we're going to write it on our anchor chart. Okay, readers, turn back in 3, 2, 1. Good job. I was really impressed with some of the answers that you were coming up with for the theme of the story. Would anyone like to share what they thought the theme of the story was? What were they trying to teach us? Ava? To try new things. Good. What did you and Maddie come up with? It's okay to try new things. Good. Marcus, what did you guys come up with?
We came up with you can't say, if you've never even tried the food, you can say, oh no, I hate that food.
If you've never even tried the food before, how can you say that you don't like it, right? Do you agree with Ella?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys agree? Do you have the same idea?
Yeah.
Do you want to share? telling us the theme. So I liked how Ava said, which most of you pretty much had the same idea, that we need to give things a try before deciding we don't like that. What do we think about that as our theme? Good? So I'm going to write that here. We need to give things a try before deciding So again, the theme statement is just a sentence telling us what the theme is, okay? Remember, the theme is the message or the lesson that the author wants you to take away from the story. It's the big idea, okay? Remember yesterday we read the story The Other Side by Jacqueline Woodson? Okay? You guys are going to work with your partner to see if you can determine the theme of the story by asking yourself the same questions, just like I did for Green Eggs and Ham. And after you answer all those questions, you're going to write your own theme statement on this worksheet, this graphic organizer. It's the same question. What is the problem? And you will answer it. What does the character do about the problem? You'll answer it. What does the character learn? You'll write your answer. And then what does the author want you to learn? What does the author want you to learn is the theme statement. Okay? Yes?
What do we know?
Yes, you're going to work with your partner. Okay? All right, good job, boys and girls. You can go back to your seats.